I loved Project Hail Mary, but I want to talk about an interesting biology error. Mild spoiler alert. In the story, there are organisms outside of our solar system on two different planets, Arid and Adrian. All the organisms introduced in the story are described as having mitochondria, and Andy Weir correctly reasons that this would mean that they are related to Earth organisms, and that every organism mentioned in the story is descended from the same common ancestor. You may remember mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell from biology class. These are small organs in the cell, or organelles, and their main job is to take sugar and make it into energy for the cell to use. Now, every organism introduced in the story has mitochondria, but not every organism on Earth has mitochondria. In fact, only one group, the eukaryotes, have mitochondria. That includes us and trees and mushrooms, basically what we think of as complex life. But if we go back far enough, our ancient ancestors didn't have mitochondria either. We actually descend from a group called the archaea, which are just sort of simple single-celled organisms. And bacteria as well, another branch of the tree of life, also very simple, doesn't have any organelles. One day, our ancestor, an archaean, was duping around in the primordial soup and ate a bacteria. But instead of digesting the bacteria hung around, didn't die. Both cells divided, leading to descendants that also were archaea with bacteria in a little roommate situation. The bacteria stuck around generation after generation, and eventually it evolved to sort of lose its identity as a bacteria and basically got rid of everything that wasn't related to energy production. In exchange for providing energy for the cell, the archaea, or now the eukaryote host, provided protection and nutrients. Even though mitochondria is pretty much just an organelle these days, we can still see evidence that it was once a bacterium. For one thing, they have their own DNA, and the DNA is circular shaped rather than the X-shaped chromosomes that we have. One of our main goals in biology is to figure out how things got to be the way that they are, but that's hard without a time machine, so we have to make a guess. And our best guess is usually considered the one that is the most probable, that takes the least number of steps to get there, what we call the most parsimonious. Now let's consider the two different scenarios for the dispersal of organisms with mitochondria throughout the solar system in Project Hail Mary. So Earth has bacteria and archaea, the precursors to mitochondria and to eukaryotic cells, and has eukaryotic cells. If life originated on Adrian, which is what is described in the book, you would have to have the bacteria and archaea and eukaryotes all originating on Adrian and have all three of those groups make a journey across light years to get to Earth. However, with an Earth origin hypothesis, you only need one group, the eukaryotes, to make that journey. No shade on Andy Weir at all. I just love the story of mitochondria.